Shalom Aleichem, everybody. And this week we have the zechut of beginning a brand new sefer in the Torah, Sefer Vayikra. And Sefer Vayikra begins with a discussion of different kinds of korbanot that are brought for various reasons. And one of the most common kinds of korbanot is the korban chatat. And the Torah, in introducing the most common form of a korban chatat, says in Parashat Sefer Vayikra, Perek Dalid, Pasuk Chav Zayin, V'im nefesh achat techeta bishgaga me'am haaretz, etc. If one person were to sin bishgaga, unintentionally, me'am haaretz, then this is what they need to do. And the wording in the pasuk seems very strange. First of all, why does the Torah say v'im nefesh achat techeta? Just say v'im nefesh techeta. And furthermore, what do the words me'am haaretz come to add? Just say v'im nefesh achat techeta bishgaga. What does it mean v'im nefesh achat techeta bishgaga me'am haaretz? There is a beautiful explanation given by the Sefer Tiferet Shmuel. Tiferet Shmuel was written by Rav Shmuel Tzvi Danziger. He died in 1923. He was the third Rebbe of the Alexander Hasidus dynasty. And the Tiferet Shmuel says the following in explaining this pasuk so beautifully. First, says this Tiferet Shmuel, there is a rule when it comes to Tuma and Tahara, that wheat, or anything that grows, let's say wheat for example, it cannot become tameh as long as it has not been harvested. Once it is harvested, however, it can become tameh. Anything connected to its source cannot become tameh. But once it gets separated from its source, it can become tameh. And the Tiferet Shmuel says the same is true with Klal Yisrael. We are compared to produce. We are compared to things that come from the ground. B'nai Yisrael, when we are bound together, when we are connected to our roots, then we, like wheat, we're connected at the roots. We cannot become tameh, so to speak. We cannot sin. However, if somebody separates themselves from the group, from the nation, then God forbid they do have the potential for falling. They can become tameh, and they can, so to speak, separate and sin. And that's what the pasuk says, according to the Tiferet Shmuel. Our pasuk does not say v'im nefesh techeta bishgaga. Rather, the Torah says v'im nefesh achat techeta. When a person treats themselves like they are achat, like they are just one, it's only me. When they separate themselves, me'am haaretz, when they separate themselves from the nation of the land, when they separate themselves from the group, then God forbid, who knows what can happen. And that is a message for you and for me always and at all times. And it is a particularly powerful message when it comes to Eretz Yisrael. No matter where a person lives, everyone has to be connected to the roots, to our roots in Eretz Yisrael. When we are connected to Eretz Yisrael, when we are bound with Eretz Yisrael, when we care about Eretz Yisrael, when we are worried, God forbid, when there are problems, and when we celebrate together with Eretz Yisrael and Am Yisrael and Medinat Yisrael, then we are one. We are connected to the roots, and we will, Lemirtza Hashem, Netzach Yisrael, Lo Yishaker, nothing, God willing, can happen to us. However, God forbid, when we separate ourselves from our roots, who knows, Chas v'Shalom, what can happen. We can use this opportunity to re-strengthen our connections to our roots. Have a Shabbat Shalom, everyone.